Company, attention! Detail! Forward! March! Detail! Post! Colors! Company, parade, rest!
If we could begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome everyone here this morning. I'm Lieutenant Mike Gallo of the Lake Forest Fire Department. I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out and remembering this day in our nation's history. Today we recognize Patriot Day. Of course, it was 9 years ago that 2,416 civilians, 343 firefighters, and 60 police officers lost their lives in the attacks of 9/11. So we recognize this day not only to remember them, but to remember all firefighters and police officers that have lost their lives in the line of duty. We also like to recognize our retirees for, with their help, they've kept all of us safer with the job we do today. Of course, recognizing our military. And 9/11 conjures up special memories. 3 years ago, we lost firefighter Pete McWilliams, one of our own. So this time of year is especially hard, not just due to the 9/11 anniversary, but due to the anniversary of losing one of our own. So please keep Pete and his family and your fire department in your thoughts and prayers at this time. I'd like to ask Battalion Chief Pete Siebert to come up to read the Fireman's Prayer.
When I am called to duty, God, wherever flames may rage, give me strength to save some life, whatever be its age. Help me embrace a little child before it is too late, or save an older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert and to hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently to put the fire out. I want to fill my calling and give the best in me to guard my every neighbor and protect his property. And if according to my fate I am to lose my life, God bless with your protecting hand my children and my wife.
At this time, I'd like to ask firefighter Andy Rick to come up. The fire service has a bell ceremony. He's going to go into a little more detail on that, and we've got firefighter Dave Anderson will be manning that bell.
The men and women of today's fire service are confronted with a more dangerous work environment than ever before. We are forced to continually change our strategies and tactics to accomplish our task. Our methods may change, but our goal remains the same: to save lives, protect property, and sometimes at a terrible cost. This is what we do. This is our chosen profession. This is the tradition of a firefighter. The fire service of today is ever-changing. However, in its deep traditions that are 200 years old, one such tradition is the sound of a bell. In the past, as firefighters began their tour of duty, it was the bell that signaled the beginning of that day's shift. Throughout the day and night, each alarm was sounded by a bell, which summoned these brave souls to fight fires and to place their lives in jeopardy for the good of their fellow citizens. And when the fire was out and the alarm had come to end, it was the bell that signaled to all completion of the call. When a firefighter had died in the line of duty, making the ultimate sacrifice, It was that mournful toll of the bell that solemnly announced the comrade's passing. We utilize these traditions as symbols, which reflect honor and respect on those who gave so much and who have served so well. To symbolize the devotion that these brave souls had for their duty, a special signal of 3 rings, 3 times each, represents the end of our comrades' duties and that they will be returning to quarters. And so, to those who have selflessly given their lives for the good of their fellow man, their tasks completed, their duties well done, to our comrades, their last alarm, they are going home.
Thank you, Andy. At this time, I'd like to ask Past Commander Bob Palmer from the American Legion to come up. He is our chaplain.
God said, "Meet me in the stairwell." You say you will never forget where you were when you heard the news on September 11, 2001. God said, neither will I. I was on the 110th floor in a smoke-filled room with a man who called his wife to say goodbye. I held his finger steadily as he dialed. I gave him the piece to say, honey, I'm not going to make it in tonight, but it's okay. I'm ready to go. I was with his wife when he called and she fed breakfast to the children. I held her up as she tried to understand his words, and she realized he wasn't coming home that night. I was in a stairwell on the 23rd floor when a woman cried out to me for help. I've been knocking on the door of your heart for 50 years, I said. Of course I will show you the way home. Only believe in me now. I was at the base of the building with a priest, a fireman, and a police officer, all ministering to the injured and the devastated souls. I took them home to tend to their flock in heaven. They heard my voice and answered. I was on all 4 of those planes, in every seat, with every prayer. I was with the crew as they were overtaken. I was in the very hearts of the believers there, comforting and assuring them that their faith had saved them. I was in Texas, Virginia, California, Michigan, Afghanistan, Iraq. I was standing next to you when you heard the terrible news. Did you sense me? I want you to know that I saw every face. I know every name, though not all know me. Some met me for the first time on the 86th floor. Some saw it with me their last breath. Some couldn't hear me calling to them through the smoke and the flames. Come to me, this way, take my hand. Some chose for the final time to ignore me, but I was there. I did not place you in the tower that day. You may not know why, but I do. However, if you were there in that explosive moment in time, would you have reached for me? If September 11, 2001 was not the end of the journey for you, someday your journey will end, and I will be there for you as well. Seek me now while I may be found. Then at any moment. When you go, be ready, for I will be there. I will be in the stairwell at the moment of your last time. Please talk to me. All my love, God. From the morning of birth until the night of death, Life is a journey. The days of the pilgrimage are a gift. Some will be happy, some will be sad. This is a reminder that each of our days should be held as a treasured gift. May your flag long wave. Amen.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Todd Nahigian from Croya, and he's going to present taps.
Company on 10, hut!
Thank you, Todd. If we could just follow that up with a moment of silence, please, remembering those that we've lost. Thank you. We just wanted to take a quick moment to thank everybody for coming out, remembering this day, remembering us, keeping your local fire department, police department, your thoughts and prayers, our retired military. It means a great deal to us. So on behalf of Fire Chief Jeff Howell, his deputies, battalions, lieutenants, and his firefighters, Police Chief Joe Berger and his staff, we thank you, and it is a privilege to serve and help protect the citizens of Lake Forest. So thank you guys very much for attending.
Very good. Company! 10, hut! Detail! Retrieve colors! Company, parade, rest! Company, dismiss!